Okay, let's go. I'm back and the Premier League is back, and that only means that United are back to getting another pasting. This is as predictable as you could get, but also surprising to a degree as well. From my perspective, I actually predicted that Brighton will wipe the floor with us. We will get a pasting from Brighton every single time we play them. We want to play like Brighton, but quite frankly, they got something which is part of their culture. We have no culture, so we just literally get our ass handed to us when we play Brighton. And this was no different. Even though people were saying we're at home, that probably makes it worse because there's expectation we have to attack, and Brighton would just pick us off. We were good in the first 10, 15, 20 minutes. But guess what? You're going to take your chances in this league. I don't care. We don't have one of those teams where when we're under the cosh, we can score goals. So when we're actually playing well, you better bloody score your goals then. And what happened? Brighton, of course, got into the rhythm slightly after a mistake that we made. So obviously gave them confidence. They scored the goal. And again, I don't care what people say, you hit the post or a disallowed goal. These aren't things to be cheerful about. These aren't things to half chances you rely on. You bloody go and get your goals. There is no defensive structure. There is no shape. These players look like they haven't played with each other. And the only goal scoring threat we have is that one guy on the left-hand side who played up front right now who thinks he's the only way we can score. That is a pathetic structure to the team. And then, obviously, second half, Brighton just grew in confidence and picked us off. And Nana, as much as I'm a big favourite of his, I know you've got terrible players in front of you who aren't being coached, but get a shape out of them if Ten Hag's not doing it. And let's talk about the manager. Don't hide behind all this Glazer nonsense. Yes, that is nonsense. That is stupidity that's affecting the club. But mate, you're a coach. Everyone says a coach has bad players. Well, how about the players have a bad coach? What about getting some shape in? How about working with the defence? If you've got poor players in defence that you can't rely on, how about coming tighter? How about bringing Casemiro closer to them? How about maybe having Bruno Fernandes in a different position? His organisation is all over the place, and I just don't get this guy. There's supposedly a myth or perception or illusion about this guy. He's just a nobody, quite frankly. And I keep saying this, he better look himself in the mirror. Is he actually delivering anything that he said he would do United? We've given him the money to go ahead and bloody coach. Because right now, this is a shambles. There's zero progression since Ole's days. It might as well just have Ole back in charge. At least we had players like Cristiano who put the ball in the back of the net. This is diabolical. 3 losses in the first 5 games. We're heading nowhere with this guy.